Hey, yo, everybody. Welcome to the All Pro JAFFOs. Another episode where we bring you the highly elevated sports talk, the highly elevated sports fan. I am your host, JP.
Hey, yo.
And with me, as always, the 6'10 beast from the Southeast, Mr. Country K.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
And the stressful, I want to say for most Miami Heat fans, and I say most because K did not seem to be one of those fans who seemed stressed out. But it did seem like one of those, calm before the storm type moments because you can tell Kay was not happy with the fact that they went all the way to game 7. Um, especially after the game 6 craziness and madness that was the is it Darren White? I think it's Darren White.
It's not. I'll take it over from here, Coach. Hey,
Okay, go
look,
ahead.
check. So his name's Derek White,
Derek
and
White, sorry.
he has like 5 strings of hair. All right, fans. If you've seen Trey Young before, because he's a superstar, you don't know who the fuck Derek White is. Derek White, if I'm not mistaken, Derek White played for the Houston Rockets and the Spurs.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And Derek White played really well. I'm not gonna sit here and try to bash him the whole time, but yeah, the boy bald. He like 21 years old, bald as fuck. He got less hair than Trey Young.
I was gonna say
So yeah, that game's
Trey Young looks like a balding baby vulture.
yo, I know, but I'm telling you right now, my boy is bald. Like he got a whole Homer Simpson, like a whole George Jefferson, like real deal, real deal. If he put grease in his hair, if he put grease in his hair or like slick this shit back, he look like a Mexican uncle. I'm not gonna lie to you. So like that's how much it is, because you know how the Mexican uncles, they slick that shit back.
Oh
You
yeah.
really only see forehead. You really only see forehead. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Like you really see forehead, and then it's like, oh shit, he got his shit slicked back. Okay.
You see
You know what
forehead and then the 3 strands, like starting from like back here, mid head, going all the way back. Yep.
I'm telling you.
Yep.
That's what
Like
I'm saying.
look,
So
people, you see these lines right here that you see in the head? You only see 3 of these at the top of the head.
look, he's
Only
telling
3
you
of them.
from
Like 1, 2,
experience,
3. These
guys.
little small strands right here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's it. That's all you see.
Yeah, he's telling y'all from experience, because I have no knowledge in that endeavor. I'm just going based off of my friends, uncles
Hey,
I've seen.
hey, you seen my dad's, both my dads, right?
Yeah, I actually did see your dad at the wedding. Straight, he had him slick him down.
my
Shout out to
so
Pretty Ricky.
my biological dad got tired of having to deal with it, so he just shaved his whole head.
Most definitely.
My stepdad, he still rocks pretty much the curly mullet with the he's got the he's got the strand up top here with the receding head. He's got the whole thing. Oh man, that shit's hilarious. Doesn't have to be just the uncles.
So,
It could be the
so
fathers too.
yeah, I just went off of, like I said, what my friends and my memory from my friends, folks. But I really completely forgot about your fucking dads. So,
Perfect examples.
but no, so that whole play, like just going to that last play, not really going over recapping the whole game. That last play of game 6, as soon as we broke out of the timeout, I said, why in the absolute fuck is Maxi Strus on the floor? That was the very first thing that came out of my mouth, and I said it. I rarely, uh, we in this bullshit area, we get caught by these lights. It's over every time.
I can still hear you and stuff fine. Not anymore.
Oh, you can hear me?
Now I can, yeah.
I gotta get.
Yep. Country K, a little frozen in time right now. Yep. Yep. Going through that point. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, we appreciate you guys for hanging out with us today. NBA finals are all set and ready to go. Finally, after game 7 between the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat, finally ended. It went from the Heat we're going to sweep all the way to people believing the Celtics were going to be the first team to come back from 3-0 to win the series. But it, didn't happen that way, especially at the end. Jaylen Brown was kind of nowhere to be found, honestly, in game 7. And um, to give you guys a little bit of context, after that Derek White shot, the 3 seconds left, tip back in with, 0.2 left and all that other stuff. K was nowhere to be found after that play. I messaged him. I said that one had to hurt, and he went, as he put it, he went 0 dark 30 on us. He straight up just disappeared, and we didn't, at one point, and this is joking, obviously, because I knew he wasn't in actual real danger. I was trying to, do a wellness check on him just to see if he was fine. But knowing Miami Heat fans elsewhere, that was a very, very tough pill to swallow. But made up for it, obviously, with a game 7 victory. Kay, I was just telling him that you were MIA, no pun intended, for a little bit after that Derek White score. Was that because you just didn't want to deal with anybody, or were you dealing with certain emotions that you didn't know? Because that one
Yeah.
had to
So
be tough. That one had to be
yeah,
tough.
that's pretty much what I was going over on that like I was saying on that last play. I really like my very first thought was why in the absolute fuck is Maxi Strus in the game? You know what I mean? Like as soon as we broke out of that timeout, I looked at the lineup. They didn't even get all the way on the floor. I'm like, why in the fuck is Maxi on the floor? Like that was the first. Like why he's an offensive player? Yeah, he can play some defense, but we need athleticism, tenaciousness, and vigor right now. It's 3 seconds left. Why in the fuck are we trying to fucking figure out how to shoot a long ball? We're already up. Get his ass out. The very first thing I'm like, we needed that ugly ass bulldog in, or we needed fucking Hightower. I mean not Hightower, Highsmith. I'm sorry. Fuck. Highsmith. Number 24. His name's Highsmith. I forgot his first name, but yeah, my boy impressed me this playoff run. Every time he got in, he you know what I'm saying? He tried. And giving effort is the best thing. Like the man tried to do the right thing. It's not like he was, you know what I'm saying, just half-assing and just doing something. Like nah, he really was out there trying. He affected some plays in a positive manner. Yeah, he had some, you know, some plays that he shouldn't have done, but
Some bonehead plays,
yeah. So I mean, he's young. It's the first year I've seen him. So that's pretty much what I'll say about like at least that. So that's really what pissed me off. Like if he made that shot and we defended it with defenders and shit like that, fine. We lost. It was the fact that he put Maxi in the goddamn damn game? Why do we have a fucking set where we have offensive players? Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, Max, he plays solid defense, but he's not a defender.
Right.
There some of the hard topics there.
Yeah, because what was funny, and okay, I'll take it. It was kind of an asshole move. Not gonna lie, on my part, it was a bit of an asshole move. I don't know if you saw it, but shortly after the game was over, I tried to FaceTime call you.
Yep.
Yep. Did you see anything
Oh,
else
both.
about that? Huh?
Yeah, I saw both of your calls.
Yeah. Did you know who was attached to that call?
Dark 30, pull a little LeBron move. Fuck this phone.
Yeah,
If you're not inside this
had
house, I'm not talking to you.
I had Sunshine on the other line, ready to, because
Yeah, I saw.
after and
Oh, I thought it was Masters, but that's funny.
because because Sunshine called me right after like this, like he's like, holy shit. He's like, what just happened? We're over here thinking, I'm like, oh my God, Kay's got to be so pissed. And then he starts laughing. And I was like, you know what? Let's check in on him and see how he's doing. He's like, no. He's like, no, don't. He's like, don't call him. I'm like, no, I'm going to call him. He's like, don't call him. I'm going to hang up. Don't call him. He's like, I'm going to hang up if he answers. Don't call him. Fuck that. I don't want to deal with it. He's like, don't be an asshole. I'm like, oh, fuck, fine. All right. He's like, he's probably going through a whole lot of shit and emotions right now. I don't want to be on the receiving end of that shit.
I had one emotion, anger. That was it.
Well,
I wasn't dealing with shit else. It wasn't sadness, sorrow, none of that shit. I was mad.
and that's
Pure
exactly
anger.
why he didn't. That's exactly why he didn't want to be on the call if he would have picked up.
Oh yeah, nah, he would have got a tad bit of slander because I was fucking pissed. I'm like,
I
Jason
would have
Tatum
been able to
flopping
take
and
it. I would have
traveling.
sat there and listened to the whole thing and kind of like him being a Celtics fan. That's a completely different story.
Yeah, no. See, that's the shit that I'm saying. Like, Game 7 was karma for Jason Tatum's little ass because he kept flopping the whole fucking game. You know what I mean? Faking like he's getting hit and he wasn't, and then he ended up fucking actually getting hurt. I don't feel nothing for him right now, dude. Like, he is, even though we beat him and it's already over and we play in the finals tomorrow, still don't feel nothing for him.
I mean, the Celtics made it close.
Well, I would
I
give the
was
refs
on.
more credit than anything.
I was the one that was basically caught in the middle of a war between Sunshine and Country K, which by all means I find super entertaining. Don't get me wrong whatsoever. But there are times, especially because we described how K was, or I described to Sunshine how K was feeling, and it definitely to me seemed like K was in that mode of focus. Nothing's gonna phase me. You could talk all the shit you want. I'm not gonna react. And I told him that's the most dangerous K we know. Because if it goes wrong, he will pop off for a 30, 45-minute rant. We've seen it happen. But that was definitely especially game 6.
So,
That one was like, holy shit. One,
dude,
I was
I
like,
kind of let loose on that one.
Because game 6, I can only imagine your emotions because I know my emotions were going nuts because Jimmy Butler getting fouled at the 3-point line to get all 3 free throws to go ahead with 3 seconds left. Everybody in the building with the excitement and everything else like that. Everyone thought that Derek White or the ball didn't go in. People were still celebrating before they realized that the fucking Celtics had actually won the game. So I can only imagine for you, it's like, yeah, Jimmy knocked down 3 clutch, Jimmy, but fuck 3 seconds. Oh shit, Derek White out of the fight. Like, oh man, it was the ups and downs of it, and I feel like that game 6 is going to be remembered for a lot of things, but that one being the most crazy, exciting, gut wrenching, emotionally driven endings I think that we've seen in a game 6 in a long, long time. I can't remember getting that emotionally invested into a game before because again, we had talked about it and Kay, you know this just as well as I do. The Heat right now are on what we would like to classify as a historic playoff run right now. Nobody thought the Heat were supposed to be there. Every series they went into, it was almost 90% leaning towards the other way.
Yeah.
In in terms of people favoring them. And they beat the number 1 seeded Bucks, the number 3 seeded Knicks, the number 2 seeded Celtics, and now they have to face the number 1 team in the West.
Knicks was 5.
Knicks were number 5?
Yeah, they were 5. And
Oh.
but fucking even still.
Still 1 2
I mean,
1 5 2 and 1 5 2 and 1?
Yeah.
That's tough.
A lot of them rankings don't really fucking matter. You know what I mean? Because like we said last show, like we play Giannis the best. You know what I mean? Like we play Giannis the absolute best. It's not like we are, you know what I mean, one of those teams where it's like, I don't know. Like we still play Giannis the best. Even though we lost to him when they went to the finals and shit, we still give him the hardest time. You know what I'm saying? In the East. For sure. Shit, honestly, I would say the NBA.
I mean, the first play-in team in history to make it to the finals. And
yeah, well, I mean, I don't really think that really matters because I mean, playing games only going on a few years. And I'll just say that just because of where we are in the timeline. Like,
well, I
Bills,
mean,
30 years
I
down the
know
line,
you
that shit will probably
say
matter a little more. You know what I mean?
yeah, but I know you say it doesn't matter, but I think it does matter in a sense that it's never happened before. A number 8 seed has never made it to the finals, before. That's why I'm saying, like, maybe in a sense it doesn't matter to you because you knew and are essentially we knew how the team was. They were a lot better than what their seeding was. But nonetheless, the feat is amazing all in itself, to be honest with you. The 8 seed
When,
making it all the way to the finals is impressive, no matter how you cut it.
well, yeah, I mean, it would have been the 7th seed, but I told you, like I told you the last game of the season, we literally threw that game. Like, if you go back and remember, I said, dude, we threw that game to go to the 8th. I keep reminding you this because I told you, like, we threw that game to go to the 8th seed. We real life was like a 7, 6, or 6 or 7 seed because it was like the 6th or 5th seed like the week or two before the season ended, and then we lost a string of games, and then we won a couple because we had to fucking make it back into the playoffs because we got
Okay,
knocked out of the playoff. I think we went to 10th.
are you sitting
Say it
here and
again.
telling me that the Miami Heat strategically lost to the point to where they
Yes,
knew,
dude.
like
I'm
you
trying to
knew, that
tell you.
they
Look at
played the Bucks well, so that they know getting them out of there in the first round would probably be the best route.
yes, because if you think about it like this, the Celtics, after looking at the Celtics playoff run, you pretty much show that that head coach ain't doing a goddamn thing. Joe Mazzulla ain't doing shit. He out there, he is a figurehead. The boys out there freelancing. I ain't seen them do shit to make us really like worry outside of them just, you know what I'm saying, them games with Jimmy tired or motherfuckers just missing shots. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it was. Jimmy was tired of we missing shots. It was never like, oh, fuck, the Celtics. Like, you know what I mean? Because at first I was nervous, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I don't want the Celtics. I want the fucking 76ers. Then I started looking at that shit again, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, they struggle with the fucking Hawks. You remember I kept saying that? I'm like, they struggle with the Hawks. I don't know, bro. I don't know about this year. Like, the Hawks ain't got nobody but Trae Young. I don't know. And then they struggle with the 76ers choking ass. The 76ers' biggest choke artists, they had James Harden, Joel Embiid, and Doc Rivers. They had three of the biggest chokers in NBA history, and you want me to sit here and understand that you struggling with them? Nah, bro. It was kind of inevitable. That's what, like I said, I wasn't as mad because of the game six. It was just the fact that the player you had in there. Because I know if you had any other player in there, they wouldn't have fucking goddamn wasted their time. Like, you know what I'm saying? They would have not half-assed that shit. You know what I mean? Especially a bench guy.
I know you are a fan, but I want you to try and answer this as unbiased as you possibly can.
Right.
Okay. So it was pointed out, and I saw it earlier today. That Jimmy Butler is doing what not very many superstars have done. And that's getting to the finals without another superstar on your team, or a well-known like superstar. Jimmy Butler's the only well-known superstar on that Miami Heat team. You could make an argument for Tyler Hero, but Tyler Hero hasn't played the entire playoffs.
Well, I would say Bam before Tyler, but yeah, I'm with you on both.
You know, so
But I agree
could
with you still.
we? So then, at that point, we've made the argument. But seeing something like this, does that not solidify Jimmy Butler as a top 5 player in the league?
Well, for sure. Like, I think the whole, all of America just woke, like the basketball world just was like, oh, we were fucking tripping. You know what I mean? It's like they started looking back on shit. Honestly, a lot of the basketball world is really starting to question everybody that Jimmy was talking shit to when he was on those other teams.
Starting
I've
to look
heard
at it
other
going,
media
damn, Jimmy
people,
was right.
Jimmy was right.
Because they
Especially him
did
going
try to
to,
label him as a problem child for a long time.
I was wrong. I admitted being wrong about that shit very early when he was on our team. But I was wrong. And I admitted mine because I definitely thought that was the case. Then I started thinking about like shit. Started seeing it like, all right, dude over here hooping. He get motherfuckers to buy in, everybody doing the shit. Like, it was everybody else. Then I started looking at who the fuck he was getting mad at, and I started watching them. I'm like, oh, that dude is soft. Oh, this motherfucker is soft. And then I was really like, well, one of the motherfuckers he yelled at was D'Angelo Russell. Then I agree completely, but I don't think he was there at the time. I'm not dead.
Jimmy Butler, it definitely now, especially now, seems like
Yeah.
it was definitely
2
one
and
of
5
those
years
things where
or 4 years, 3 years.
it, it,
Oh
it turned into
shit,
one of
that's
those
2 and
things
3
where
years.
it was proven that he wasn't the problem child, that it was kind of just, if he got to the right system, to the right team, to the right coach, the right atmosphere, that he was going to thrive. And what better atmosphere than Pat Riley? For a guy like Jimmy Butler, who does a whole lot of talking, but a whole lot of backing it up. He's one of those very few players that I actually I respect him, and I'm like, there are some players I see him talking, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Stop talking. Jimmy's one of those guys that I look at when he starts talking, I'm like, oh, how do they say? Mama, that's a bad man. There goes that man. Like that. He's one of the very few athletes in any sport that I can actually look at Jimmy Butler and go, yeah, he's one of those guys. And Miami is the perfect atmosphere for him. And you've said it too. But what else? So if you had to pick another superstar in the league right now to join Jimmy Butler,
Damian
and
Lillard.
that would Damian
Look,
Lillard, no
it
question,
don't
huh?
even take long. It don't even take long to answer that shit. Damian Lillard, Dame come to fucking South Beach. This is my bid right now. If Dame came to South Beach, bro, we'll win until Dame retires, bro. I promise you. I fucking promise you. We get a player like Dame, holy shit. But we would have to trade for him, and then you know what I mean. And
What do you think
you know
you
what I
think
mean?
you'd have to give up Tyler Hero for him?
Yes. What the fuck?
Would
Yes.
you be okay with that?
No. This is the
You
only.
want
I
somehow
told you,
some
the
way
only
to have Dame
sacrifice I was
Lillard.
willing.
You want somehow some way to have Dame Lillard, Tyler Hero, and Jimmy Butler still on the team.
I mean, we definitely, yeah. Like, what the fuck? Yes.
That's gonna be. You might have to get rid of Duncan.
Yeah, I was looking at our assets and seeing who pretty much I'm willing to give up. I mean, you going to names I like Strus too, but I give Maxey up for Dame. Maxey, fucking, man,
I would
ain't
give
gonna
up.
take K-Love all that.
I would give up Duncan Robinson.
Nah, you tripping.
What?
Because they ain't gonna
I
take him
mean,
because Duncan.
Dame Lillard is just as much of a sharpshooter, and he's a better player.
Okay, yeah, exactly my point. So
You're
what?
not necessarally
Yeah,
giving
but
up the 3-point game.
no, that's not what I'm saying to you. I'm saying for Portland, Duncan Robinson, boy, they don't have to be the same level. They he could play the same type of game as Dame, not to the same level, but he could. He could run the offense. He could do all of that shit. That's why I said Maxey Strus because then.
But I mean,
They,
then if you're not going to give up if you don't want to give up Tyler Hero, if you don't want to give up Duncan Robinson, you just said that Kevin Love is probably off the table because he's too old and they probably wouldn't want him anyway.
yeah, but I've been saying Strus. Strus is a better player than Duncan Robinson. He's starting over Tyler Hero. He's our start two-man.
And
He's
some
the guy
picks.
that defended that shot. Game 6. He's the one that missed the block.
You're going to have to give up a few picks too.
I mean, that's fine. I don't have no problem doing that.
I was about to say, I'm like, picks are not as coveted in the NBA as they are in the NFL, huh?
It depends on what team you gotta rebuild every goddamn thing, then yeah, they are. Or if you I feel like Miami right now finna fucking lead the surgence of fucking undrafted guys. Because we have so many, like, everything's copycat or whatever the fuck. So motherfuckers gonna do all of that bullshit. You already know it. Like everybody's starting to say that shit. Like all the media motherfuckers starting to say that shit. It's like, yeah, it's pretty much everybody see what's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like with the NBA, it's like once you're out of the top 5 of picks, it's kind of like people are willing to move and do something else, gain other talent or whatever with those picks. Um, I mean, it just for some reason it doesn't seem like the draft classes are as deep as they used to be. That could be just me. I could be completely fucking wrong. And I'm just not seeing it. But like to me it looks like in every draft class there's like 3 or 4 guys that really stand out and then it's kind of over from there. Everyone just kind of falls by the wayside. To whereas before you had like I mean, the 97 draft for example, how stacked that draft was. The 92, 93 drafts, just how many players and Hall of Famers and stuff came out of those draft classes. That's why I'm like, back then it was different. Now the picks are not as coveted because there's not as many sought after players as there used to be. You could explain it to me if I'm wrong, but am I wrong here?
No, I don't think so. I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't really see his last game. Like, honestly, I don't know what Paulo did. It's Paulo. I thought it was Paulo. The guy that
Paulo
won
Bartero was, I believe, hurt most of the year.
It's Pablo. Okay, yeah. So he won Rookie of the Year. He was number 1 overall, some shit like
Chet,
that. Or
Chet, Chet Holmgren was hurt before the season or training camp or anything even started.
right.
So it's like the only one who really did well was, Keegan Murray.
Yeah, but I don't really at Chet's situation. I ain't gonna sit here and frown at that because Blake Griffin sat, Joel Embiid sat 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, if the motherfuckers sit and then come back and can put up numbers and handle their business, cool. But if he sit all that time and then you just bust out, then fuck it. You know what I mean?
Well, Chet, it wasn't about like just they weren't playing him because he wasn't any good or anything. He was just hurt, so that was the in
Yeah.
recovering. So it's not like they didn't want him to play or.
Well, I mean, the names I named was hurt too. That's what I'm saying. Blake Griffin was hurt his rookie year. He tore his shit in the fucking training camp or some shit. And then Joel Embiid, he was hurt coming out of Kansas. Just like Chet. Coming out of Gonzaga, hurt.
Didn't that happen to Ben Simmons and then he got Rookie of the Year his second year in the NBA?
Yeah, it was I think they gave him coat with somebody else because they was arguing about that shit like how was he Rookie of the Year? It's his second year. It was low key the same shit. But I think the opposite happened with Blake Griffin. Like Blake Griffin had a good enough stats to be Rookie of the Year, but they gave it to the other dude because he wasn't a rookie because it was his second year. If flipping it for Ben Simmons, I don't know. I think that is what happened with Ben though.
No, that's exactly what happened with Ben Simmons. He didn't play the entire first year, but somehow, some way, the NBA decided. Damn, that's good shit. The NBA decided that we're gonna count it like a redshirt year. This was his actual rookie year, and I think it was Donovan Mitchell that was the one who basically got snubbed of the Rookie of the Year because of that. And even he was pissed, like second year in the league, and they're just gonna basically hand him the Rookie of the Year trophy. What kind of shit is this? That's exactly what happened with Ben Simmons. So, but yeah, like I said, like the last, I don't know, I don't want to say like 10 years because that would make it seem like I've been paying attention to the NBA that thoroughly for 10 years, and that's not true. But at least the last 5
Same.
years that I've seen, it just it's not a full draft class. It's just a couple of guys. At the most, 5 guys out of the entire draft is going to be worth a damn. But everyone else is just, develop later role players. Like none of them are what you would call a breakout superstar.
Well,
So it just
yes, yes, you're correct, but you have a lot of guys that have been going that have been stars, like guys that do their job. You know what I mean? Like Bam went 13 for us. So he's not a top guy, but you know what I mean? He does his job. I won't say he's superstar, but he's a star in Miami for sure. You know what I mean?
I feel like there's a
So
difference between national and local stars. Because obviously you
that's
have
why I
like the
preface
local
it like that.
the local fan favorites, but
Yeah, like people know who Bam is. I mean, he won a Defensive Player of the Year award. I'm pretty sure people know who he is. But as far as like being like, all right, like you know what I mean? Because when people like you hear all of the media guys talk about like us, even last week when we were playing Boston, they were like it's a duo, like all the shits. They were just saying it's like it's Jimmy and Conda Bam. Like they all were like giving an asterisk next to Bam, like everybody.
I mean, Bam is like he's one of those players that I would describe that he had 1 or 2 years, maybe even 3 years of like, holy shit, this dude's legit, gets his name out there, but then kind of like almost like the best years are kind of behind him, but he's still good.
Nah, he ain't been in the league that long to have that. He's still young.
That's what I'm saying. Like I was hoping you can kind of correct me, but like with Bam, like I remember there was a period of time, like yeah, Bam out of body, like god damn, like this dude is nuts. And then the next thing was Bam, yeah, he's all right. He's not playing that like it just it flipped. So that's why I was kind of like, okay, is he one of those players that he had a couple of good years and now he's just, almost like a Kevin Love type of situation. He just had a couple of dominant years and then became a role player. Not to say he's like a
Nah,
bad one, but he's a role player, not like a
nah,
superstar.
I ain't gonna say that because I mean, we were talking earlier and I had that realization. I mean, the bubble was just 2 years ago. It was in 2020, 2021, right? Or 2020. It was 3 years. No, because this is the 2022, 2023 season. So 2021, 2022, it was out, and then it was
It
2020,
was the
2021.
2019-2020 season.
So it was 3 years ago. Okay.
Yes.
So it's 3 years ago. Got it. All right. So yeah, 3 years ago. So we only had 2 years of not being in the finals between now. So yeah,
But you've
it's
been in the
like
playoffs
we
contending.
were in the Eastern, yeah, every year, and we were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year
Hmm. Yep.
playing Boston. So
That's what I'm
you
saying.
know what I mean?
Like, see, so obviously you and I, and again, people, we understand Country K is a fan of the Miami Heat. And if you've been paying attention to the show, him and I don't necessarily agree on a lot of things, but there are things that we do agree on. And at this point, like, I can't even say it like out of spite because it's his team or whatever. I got to tell it for what it is. I think it was odd as fuck to see everyone not giving the Heat a chance. They still are not giving the Heat a chance. They have the Denver Nuggets winning by, like, ESPN has it by 89%. You know, the same thing that they were saying, like, when they were going to play Boston, same thing that they were saying when they were, like, at this point, especially by now, could you give at least a little bit more respect to the team? Like, shit, it didn't have to be 50-50, but fuck, like 60-40, at most 70, but 89? You're almost giving these
No,
guys
because
a
they're
90% chance of victory?
yeah, because you got to think about it. They're like Denver has a former coach of the year, a two-time MVP, and a team littered with motherfucking 7-footers and Jamal Murray that has been playing out of his mind like before he injured himself. So yeah, they kind of gave him a chance because of how they beat the Lakers. Not understanding that the Lakers, let's just leave it at that. LeBron was out there LeBron and Austin Reeves was out there doing it. It was LeBron and the young guy that don't have no playoff experience out there. So you had a guy that's almost 40 and another guy that's in his early 20s, but this is his first time in the playoffs. And then you had a bunch of other guys that was just taking up cap space. So, and Rui, I'm sorry, I forgot to say Rui. And this is Rui's first time in the playoffs. So he had LeBron, a guy that's almost 40, had two guys that didn't have playoff experience and a bunch of other guys that's taking up cap space. And they want us to believe because they swept them, we supposed to believe that the Nuggets is real. No, they're not real. All they got is Jokic. People can't. They're just infatuated.
Wait, go back and say that one more time.
It's like a bunch of guards. So Jamal Murray, good fucking luck. I ain't gonna say shit about Jokic getting money because I know he gonna get money. But Jamal Murray, your motherfucking days are numbered, sir. So I can talk shit in one factor confidently with my chest out. With my motherfucking chest out. So
Again, they may be making a mistake by not
that's why I
giving the
was,
Miami Heat a chance.
yeah. Oh,
Wild shit, man. Hey, do you believe LeBron's gonna retire?
No, no, but I was watching. Fuck, I kind of gotta say it now because I gotta give him credit because he was the only person I ever heard say this shit. I was
That was
watching
such a fucking
Gil's Arena.
deflecting.
I was watching Gil's Arena, Gilbert Arenas shit,
Uh-huh.
and one of them guys on there was saying Bryce is a junior coming up. LeBron youngest son, he's a junior.
Yeah.
LeBron can play. Yeah, if LeBron plays like 3-4 more years, he can play with both of his kids.
And I'm telling you, Bryce is probably better than Bronny. Or gonna be better
Oh
than
no, I ain't
Bronny.
no telling. I'm pretty confident in that. I'm pretty confident. I seen how Jit been moving. I'm like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa there.
Yeah, I was looking at that going, damn.
But
I was
I
like,
also
he's
looked at it
gonna be.
like both of his kids. Both of his kids has LeBron game. Like LeBron complete game is split in between both his kids. Like they obviously both his sons gonna have athleticism because that's just who LeBron is. But
Yeah.
as far as like Bryce is I mean not Bryce, but Bronny's an amazing passer. Like amazing. Like people talk about his points and shit like that. His fucking court vision is immaculate, dude. Like it's crazy how like Like he got that from Bron for sure. Like that's exactly what he got. Outside of looking directly like this man. Like holy fuck. But yeah, as far as Bryce got the other shit LeBron got that people really forget. Like all the other shit. Really don't want to get into it like that. But yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Just
You
go look at
really
the game, guys. Go look at their games.
seriously,
Bryce is
seriously,
also
just
transferring.
Bryce. Again, I'm telling you, like if y'all think Bronny is good, Bryce is going to be better. Bryce is going to be closer to LeBron than Bronny's going to be. I'm just calling it now. Again, you just go watch the tape. But I don't know, man. They did a real good deflect job from the fact like nobody was talking about the fact that LeBron just got swept in the conference finals. Everyone was talking about, oh, is he going to retire? What team is he going to go? Is he going to be if he becomes a warrior? Oh man, it's going to be over. It's going to be. It's like, oh, nobody wants to talk about the sweep, huh? Nobody. Everybody's conveniently forgetting about him just getting swept in the fucking conference finals by Jokic and Murray. But yeah, well, is he going to retire? Everyone damn well knows he's not going to retire. They know that. Everybody knows that. Because he's already said, how is he going to say, oh, I want to at least play one season with my son and then retire before his son even gets out of the, college? Think, people. They just don't want you to think about the damn sweep. That's all it is. It's the Lakers and they have too much fucking pride. That's all it is. They don't want you to focus on the fact that they just got embarrassed in the conference finals. Anthony Davis, once again, nowhere to be fucking found. Might as well have gotten hurt the way he played. So like this whole, oh, is he gonna retire? Like, no. Anybody who's smart knows he's not gonna retire. And even if he does retire, what people can be like, oh, Josh, see, look, he retired. Okay, he retired. He retired getting swept in the conference finals. That's how it's going to be remembered. I mean, hey, he's going to just because he retires, whether he retires now or retires years from now, that's not going to take away from the fact of what happened. So it's like the whole focus is wrong. And the fact that people are focusing on a narrative that everyone knows damn well, that's just lazy reporting, honestly, is how I see it. Lazy fucking reporting. Oh, LeBron says he might retire. He's not going to fucking retire. He's not going to retire. That's one of those, yeah, okay, LeBron. Okay, yeah. I'll believe it when I see it, bud. Really, real shit. Everybody knows how articulate and masterful LeBron is at thinking and how he is at PR. Always does shit for a reason. He said he was contemplating retirement to deflect from the fact that he got swept in the conference finals. Plain and simple. So I mean, that is what it is. So if he's gonna play with Bryce, that would mean he would have to be, because Bryce is what, a junior now?
Yeah,
So
he'll have to be in the
2,
league
3,
like 3-4 more years.
at least 4, yeah. Damn, to play with
That's the
both of
main
his
reason.
sons?
He could. It's a possibility. Somebody said that. I mean, I don't think he's gonna do that. But I mean, that'd be
Can
tight
you
though.
imagine if LeBron pulled that off?
That'd be tight.
The first family with 3 generations to play on the same team.
Yeah, they could.
Or
It
I
could have
wouldn't
been the
want to
ball
say
boys.
not 3 generations, but yeah, but the Ball brothers never played on the same team with their father because LeVar's never been fucking that good to be in the NBA.
Yeah, that's why I said that'd have been tight. It could have been them, but I mean, I wouldn't
This
say
would
all that.
be the equivalent to Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr. in baseball playing together on the same team.
Right.
That would be the equivalent of that. But it's like it's more likely in baseball because baseball, like you can, like let's be real, you can play at a high level at baseball for a long time. It's there are guys that are still playing in the league today, well into their 40s and everything, and still have teams looking to give them, 5, 6, 7 year deals. It's different. It's unheard of, especially in NBA standards, because it's not very often. Yeah, you see the sons of a lot of great players and stuff like that play in the NBA after, like, well after they've already played, but rarely ever, and I don't think you ever have. There's never been a point in the NBA's history where the sons got to actually play with the father because the father played in the league for so goddamn long. So that would mean, since he's in what year, he's going to be going into year 20 or into year 21.
He's going in the year 21 next year.
So he would have to play well into year 25 to play with both of his kids. And that's not even a guarantee because we don't, like, with where he gets drafted, all that shit. Or maybe LeBron James has enough pull to where he can make that happen.
Or Bryce can real deal just go to the G League after high school. He could be a two-way
Or the
player.
NBA can change their ruling to let high schoolers come straight out of high school again.
Well, that's
They're
why they got the G League. They can't do that though. Like you honestly, they need the G League because it helps players develop. It gives players an opportunity and it gives them the feel of being a professional. Granted, they're not getting the same thing as the NBA, but they're getting paid. They're doing stuff like that. If you eliminate the G League, you eliminate that minor league professionalism where they still getting, you know what I mean? They still getting the feel of what's going on.
Yeah, but some players, it's like some players you would think you can make the argument they could surpass the fucking G League.
I mean, it ain't been too
They
many.
don't need to play in the G League. They're probably ready now.
It ain't been too many, man. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's fair. There hasn't been very many.
Lately,
But do you think Zion could have been one of those guys?
well, yeah, after what happened to Duke, yeah. Him busting out his shoe and all that shit, yeah.
Like he could have been NBA right out of high school.
Yeah, but honestly, he wouldn't have got that tutelage that he got from Coach K. We don't know how good Zion really is because we ain't really seen him play that much. It's like, to be real,
Still jump out of the damn gym.
yeah, but as far as being in a high pressure situation,
We don't know yet. Yeah.
what he gonna do? We don't know yet. He was with Coach K, you know what I'm saying? So That's a high level of basketball. That man coached the USA team. I'll leave it at that because people how they issues with Dookie.
Do you think Mac McClung should be on an NBA team?
Yes, and I'm not saying that because of the contest. Jada actually solid. He should be on the team so he can really develop. But motherfuckers is playing with him. He was on the Lakers for a hot second, like the year they didn't make the playoffs. He was on the Lakers.
I say this. What's his name? Homeboy from the Bucks, the one everybody hates.
Oh, Grayson Allen.
White boy, yeah, Grayson Allen. Is it Grayson Allen? Or
Yes, it's Grayson
Allen
Allen.
Grayson?
It's Grayson.
Okay,
It's
Grayson Allen. If he's in the league, McClung should be able to be in the league.
That's not fair at all. He a dirty player, but the boy know how to hoop.
Yeah, I think
Like
McClung's a better. I think McClung's a better player.
Too. He's a better highlight star.
I think he might be the better player.
Say what you want, Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen can shoot better than Matt, and he played at Duke all 4 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Maybe I'm just with everybody else. Just I don't like the way Grayson Allen plays. Like he
Did
is
my words make you think I'm a fan of him? I
no.
hate that son of a bitch.
Everybody does. For good reason. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if a player like him is in the league, then McClung should be able to be in the league somewhere.
Well,
Where would Mac McClung fit? Does he fit with the Lakers?
He does, but he does now.
He fits that Showtime moniker, yeah.
Yeah, but they're not the Showtime Lakers. That's clear. So
you're damn right about that one, Kay. You're damn right about that one. Let them know. They're not the Showtime Lakers anymore. Laker fans are almost like Dallas Cowboys. What have you done for me lately? And no, I'm not talking directly at Mad Sticks. He just happens to be a Dallas Cowboy fan and a Laker fan at the same time.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought that's exactly who you was talking to.
I mean, he just falls into a very anomaly-ish category.
Okay.
I mean, it would be worse. I think it would put it over the edge if he was a Yankees fan. No. If he was a Dodgers fan.
Okay, there we go. I'm cool with Dodgers.
If he was a Dodgers fan, then Yankees fan too. And yes, I'm talking about you. But your teams, I don't necessarily disagree with very often. They're actually, good teams. And I've never had beef with the state of Florida. So we just talk a lot of shit because, Texas and Florida, that whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
But with him, like if he was a Lakers, hate the fucking Lakers. Fucking God damn it. Cowboys, hate the fucking Cowboys. So it's like, God damn, if he hits the trifecta and he likes the Dodgers, it's like, good God. Like, I love you, man, but fuck, get your shit together.
I mean, you don't watch baseball anymore, so that shouldn't be an issue.
I don't, but there's still a lasting fandom to where I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't watch it anymore, but still fuck that team.
I feel that.
Still fuck the Dodgers, I still have my stepdad in my head going, fuck LA. You know, I could get that. The whole that it's just it's there whether I want it to be or not, to be honest. Um but I don't know. Is he a Giants fan?
Who's that?
It's Damien. I wasn't asking you. I'm asking you now. Do you know Damien is a Giants fan? Baseball wise? No?
I'm just taking a shot in the dark and say yes because if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure both y'all was mad about that Barry Bond shit.
Yeah, I was about to say I think that's the only team him and I agree on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Got it. But I mean, let's see. I don't know. Have you been paying attention to baseball?
Nah, uh, nah,
What,
I'm
what
not
I've
even
been
no.
what I've been
I
told
think
by in-laws, they say it sucks going to a game now because of the pitch clock rule. Um, whereas people are very used to being at the baseball park for 3-4 hours.
yeah,
She was only there for this one for like an hour and 45. And that's about how long sometimes you wait in line for beer. So damn, it's like the whole game goes by while you're waiting in line.
hold on. So she went to a Giants game. It was
She
an
went
hour and
to a
45
giant
minutes.
Yeah, she went to a Giants game and it only lasted an hour and 45 minutes.
My question is, why is that a bad thing? I understand she was used to what the 3-4
Because
hours.
I think and this is me personally, I think when you're watching baseball from home,
Uh,
it's fucking tedious to sit there and watch it. I just you don't it's like it's boring as fuck. So it going by that fast when you're watching at home, I understand. But when you're at a game live, there's a different feel. The 9 innings doesn't necessarily feel as long as it would when you're at home. The game kind of goes by relatively fast, even though you are there for like 3.5 to 4 hours, depending on how the game goes. I understand the difference of, that goes for football, for or basketball, for any live event really. It's a different feel when you're live. So, I can understand how it's a great thing for when you're watching at home and the game goes by quick. That's cool. But when you're live, I'm sure people want to kind of enjoy the day and the game a little bit more than an hour and 45 minutes. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if a game in football went for an hour and 45 minutes, that'd be the fastest game of all time, first of all. Second of all, I think people would be a little upset that especially live, that it went by that quickly. People have an expectation. They want entertainment, value. Especially when you're paying that much for tickets, you know, you're paying hundreds of dollars for good seating and good tickets to be there for and enjoy an experience for about 3 to 4 hours just to be gone in two. I can understand, especially from that aspect, how it could be a bad thing. But that's what I'm saying for her, especially from her, because she's not necessarily the biggest sports fan in the world. I'm talking about my sister-in-law. But even she said like it was bullshit because it went by too fast. Last call hits the seventh inning. They got, one round and couldn't get another one after that. So it's just. I mean, when's the last time you went to a baseball game?
It's been years, dude. I mean, a long fucking time.
Same here, but again, I do not
I
support.
think the last game I went to, I was at City. It was the double A game. I went to the San Jose Giants game.
Got it. Yeah, I will. I will not. Again, I will not support the MLB and their hypocrisy throughout this time period. So until Barry Bonds is in the hall, we will not be covering the game of baseball. So that's about as much coverage into it as we can fucking possibly get.
Shout out to Aaron Judge. I think he had 17 homers.
I'm sure you told the story, but how did you become a Yankees fan again?
Families from New York. All the two teams I was introduced watching baseball was the Yankees and the Marlins.
Not even the Rays?
I don't think. When did the Rays become a team? Because, bro, I'll be honest with you, I don't think I grew up with the Rays being a team.
The Tampa Bay Devil Rays, or they were the Devil Rays. Now they're just the Tampa Bay Rays. They've been around since the late 80s, early 90s.
Hold on. They're good.
Yeah,
Bro.
they just weren't
98.
great.
98. Yeah, like I said, that was it. I was I was 9 years old when they became an actual team. I was
Yeah.
pretty conscious, bro. Like I was a Yankee fan by that point. It was already over with.
It was already ingrained by that point. Understood.
Because if you think about it, I did the PPK, right? The punt pass kick at Raymond James Stadium, which is across the street from the Yankees fucking spring training facility.
Spring training. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm supposed to be a Detroit Tigers fan. I'm supposed to be. Because the Detroit Tigers have a whole fucking section and area in my home city. Their spring training shit is in my home city. Like literally fucking 10, 15 minutes from where I grew up. Like, it's called Tiger Town. Like, it's big as shit. It got fucking hangars, airplane hangars and shit. They have a Kiwanis breakfast fucking festival every fucking year, which is like they shut the whole city down type shit, where like the whole city's in line. And it's all you can eat pancakes, bro. It's like, it's crazy.
Ladies and
Like,
gentlemen,
yeah,
imagine
pancakes,
that.
eggs, and sausage.
Imagine that. Country K, a Detroit fucking Tigers fan.
Bro, y'all wouldn't want that. Y'all would not want me ingrained with Detroit. You wouldn't. You wouldn't want me ingrained with the Detroit fucking goddamn mentality.
Florida and Detroit. Fuck.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. That's insane. That person don't need to be around anything other than football. Put him on the football field. Let him go crazy. He has to play football. Make sure you got good people around him because he can turn into Greg Hardy very quickly. That man caught it straight for no reason.
Oh, bro, I had an idea. So,
Right?
so I got the WWE 2K game, the new one, and you can create, for people who don't know and stuff like that, you can create, essentially your own little world. You can create your arenas, shows, championship belts, characters, all that stuff.
Oh, sure.
So I have decided I am going to create this little uh, quote unquote world.
You gonna make Jaffo
And
World? Holy shit.
it's called WPBPW, World Tornado Bros Productions Wrestling. Yes, Country K, myself, and DJ Mad Six, the All Pro JAFFOs, are a faction in this world. Our guys at the 3-on-1 are a part of this world. I'm currently in the process of getting the guys from the other side of the ball into this world. I'm gonna add more people. I just don't know how many more people to add. I've already created the championships. So there's a men's and women's tag team championships. And then men's and women's world champion and sub champion, kind of like the intercontinental champion type of thing. So like the arenas and the championships and stuff like that are all set. I just got to complete creating the characters.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what character do you create first for that world? You or your wife?
I created myself first. My wife
First,
is in. My wife is in the world.
I know you did. I knew you were gonna do that. I feel like you created all of us. Caleb, me, Master. Like, I feel like you've done all of that.
Oh, I haven't gotten to Caleb, but I have gotten to you and Mad Sticks.
I figured.
I've definitely had I've had a test run with our characters and stuff like that too, and it's bro, when you see it, when it finally kind of comes to fruition, it's gonna be fucking hilarious. Like in all honesty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create the world and everything else like that, and then set it up as people do this, all over Twitch and stuff. I'm sure they do, and basically have our own little pro wrestling show via WWE 2K23. So we basically have a wrestling show on Mondays, Thursdays, and the pay-per-views coming on Sundays. So there's 4 pay-per-views in this world. I was debating on whether or not to do more, but I think 4 is a good point. And then we have the Monday night show and the Thursday night show. So, what I wanted to do was basically create the characters, put them in the match, like different scenarios, all that other kind of stuff. And then spectate, not play as, like, I don't want to play as anybody. I want to spectate the match and call it as if we're doing the calls. So, be on the lookout for that. That'll be, I don't know how soon. It's going to take a while for me to actually complete everything that I want to kind of make it look like and get done. Some of it's very basic because there's a lot. There's a lot of shit
That's
that
really
goes
fucking
into.
dope.
Huh?
That's a really dope fucking idea. That's a really dope fucking idea.
So like we're all in this little world, like fighting for championships and stories and all that other kind of stuff. So It'll be fun. Again, I feel like I have to get at least 4 factions. I have 3, but I need at least 4 factions having a minimum of
Well, all
3
right, let's go.
people having a
Yes.
minimum of 3 people in each faction.
All right, let's hear him. Let's hear him. What you got so far?
So far, I have you, me, my wife, and Mad Sticks.
Okay,
For us.
got it.
I have all 3 of the 3-on-1 guys. I have Corey, I have Matt Ryan, and I have Big Rob.
All right.
I have all 3 of them in there. And I'm currently working on the 3 guys from the other side of the ball, which I've chosen to be Scott McCorkle, the Viking, Derek Duncan, and Casey Cox. So I will be I'm getting those it's resting right now, but I currently have I'm working on McCorkle right now, the Viking.
Okay.
And you know what's funny, bro?
What's
A
up?
lot of the names and everything else like that, like nicknames, all that kind of stuff, relatively work. They're all there. Like the announcers
Hell
can
yeah.
say them and all that kind of shit. There's a couple of things that are off. So apparently the word country,
Yeah, you have to spell it regularly.
no, I know you can spell it correctly. It's just not something that the announcers in the game will announce.
What the fuck?
But they will say county.
Hey, look, hey, you might want to put Polk in front of that county, and then we can let that ride right there. Hey,
Because they have it right now as County K.
yeah, I'm about to fucking Al Michaels and who else is involved? Who else is involved? Vincent. I got issues. I need to speak to a lawyer. I want to call my. I need to speak to the manager. You know what? I'm gonna write a letter.
Because I thought about it, like, that would be pretty cool if we could um, do like our own commentary and stuff like that to the action that's going on.
Completely missed that
I
white chicks reference.
No, I got it. I got it. I was just like, yeah. It's a good try. I'll give it to him. Good try. But yeah. Yeah, for that, I figured it would be cool to do that. But I'm trying to set a number of how many characters. And then I'm wondering how many characters do I just download off the community files and stuff like that they have, or actually create it off, you know, people that we know and everything else like that. Um, uh, there's a lot to create. The move set list itself takes like a long time.
Oh,
I
shit.
gave you a pretty good move set,
All right.
and I feel like some of it will actually make you crack up on how. But then some of it, I was like, yeah, this would be. I feel like if Kay was actually a professional wrestler right now, this is what he would do.
I'll be out there on some Rey Mysterio shit.
I'm not gonna lie, I gave you a couple of high flying shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Because I just thought the spectacle of seeing somebody that's 6'10" in the game, like fucking flying around like a cruiserweight, that shit's hilarious.
Hey, yo, it would not. If Vince wouldn't even take long to convince me to do this shit. Hey, I need you to jump off the ropes. Yeah, nah, no problem, boss. I'm already up here. I'm already up here.
Sure. I think
But no, I definitely want to check it out. I can't fucking wait.
the the thing that I'm trying to figure out actually the most right now is the women's division. I need at least I need at least 15.
15 women
Yeah.
athletes, let's say that, because I don't want to, fuck anybody up.
Because for the women's division, there's three titles. There's the tag team titles. There's the equivalent to their intercontinental championship, and the women's world title.
So what's
So
the equivalent to intercontinental for them?
it's called the
What's the
Rising
championship?
Star. It's called the Rising Star Championship.
Didn't the Rock daughter win that shit?
Huh?
Didn't the Rock daughter win that shit?
That might have been tough enough. I have no idea. But I just know I named this title the Rising Star Championship. For the men's title, for the Intercontinental, it's actually called the Dark Horse Championship. And then the two main titles for the men and the women, the World Championships, of course.
Got it.
But again, the titles to people who have been doing these games and stuff like that, they're going, oh, it's so basic. It's just, I don't give a fuck. I mean, say what you want. I don't care. I think they look pretty cool. And I think it's going to be a fun little simulation stuff. It's just something to get more content out there. Something I kind of played around with a little bit before with the last 2K game that came out.
Yeah.
So I got
Oh no.
I
Hey,
have the new one, and I'm
holy shit. I want to be a part of that 2K one. Now the wrestling, I know the names because you say we're using us, but I mean, I don't know. Well, actually, no. I don't know that much about fucking wrestling, dude.
You
But
don't
as far
need
as
to, because again, most of the people that we're going to be announcing and talking about it is going to be people that we know. It's us.
okay, gotcha. So yeah, I can do that. I'm all in.
Yeah.
I want to do
That
all of that shit. Whatever game you got, let's do it. Is this for PS5?
yes.
Okay, see, yeah, no, that's what we're different. I gotta buy one. I gotta get back to my stripping ways. You know what I mean? I'm not stripping anymore. Granted, my body's not stripper ready, so I gotta get stripper ready. I'm gonna get out there, get on my running game. And right now, I'm defensive lineman ready. I'm not stripper ready. I'm gonna tell you, the last time I was stripper ready was 2015. At this
But
point, it's
I
almost 10
think
years ago. Now you say that shit out loud. Fuck.
I think we can, if I'm not mistaken, I think we can either through Discord or through Twitch, um, one of them.
Yeah, we need Twitch. Twitch probably work better. Holy fuck.
But the thing with Twitch is, if you were looking at it and stuff like that from your end and calling it and whatever, it would be there's a delay. There's like a 5-second delay. So if I
All right,
call
well,
something, it's going to be at a. That's what I'm saying. For Discord, I don't know if we can do that in real time type of thing, or how we
no, what I
can.
was gonna say right now, what I'm trying to say now, I'm not gonna say that. Fuck, I be hating motherfuckers speak like that. So what I'm trying to say right now, what I'm saying now. Fuck what I'm currently saying. What I am currently speaking on right now. I just got shook up by this motherfucker almost rear-ended the shit out of us right now. And yeah, kind of fucked me up right now. Anyway, like I said, my motherfucking job, I'm done in 2 days. I got tomorrow and Friday, and I'm done with that son bitch. And yeah, I could be up there, and we could just do the shit live on whatever day you want to do the shit, and we don't have to have no delay or no shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah, like we probably do some shit like that, get some content up there, get a shitload of content done, drive up there or whatever. Get like,
Hell yeah.
you know what I mean? Just figure out, get a nice little list together, and just knock out a lot of shit.
Yeah, that sounds like we can definitely do yeah, there's a lot we can do. There's a few things that I need to get, but yes, there's a lot that we can do.
I mean, what do you need to get? Because I probably already got that shit.
I need the camera that's compatible with the PS5.
Or do you have the compatibility shit from PS5? Like the information for that?
I just need the camera. That's all I need.
So at that right, all right. So I'm confused because I'm so at this point you're just saying you need any camera at this point.
No. The because for some reason the PS5 is only compatible with the PS5 camera. I can't use any other
Oh,
cameras with it. So I have to get the one that's PS5 branded. So I got to get that, and I think I might need to
I'm
test it out to see how it would work. But if I have to, I might need to get another headset because I only have one the wireless one. I can plug it into the PlayStation, and it's Bluetooth. But I would have,
and
like
that's
I said, I would have to get another one.
a PlayStation branded joint, the one you got.
It isn't, the headphones don't have to be PlayStation branded.
Well, then I can just bring a headset.
But if we could just do microphones too, because we don't even need the headset.
Yeah,
Like, if we could just do the microphone with it.
yeah. We really don't need headsets. You can just plug in a mic that's a stationary mic that's compatible with the shit, and then we can just rock like that. Long as it's picking up the audio from the mic, we're good.
Yeah. I think it would have to be one way through one mic, but either way.
Well, yeah, we don't want two way. Well, if somebody talk back to us while we're on Twitch, that shit would throw me off so bad. The first time would throw me off.
Fuck, what'd you say? But yeah, I'm thinking about either doing it live on Twitch and or Discord, and then when we're done, post the shows on YouTube. There's a whole process. I'll tell you more
It's
about it all.
always and never or. It's always and never or. For what you were saying, it's always and never or. Never leave that rock unturned.
So we'll talk more about that when
Gotcha.
when the time comes after this. But there is a whole lot going on this Friday. I have been talking with him, so he said yes, but we'll see how it ends up working out. But before the A7FL playoffs go down, starting this weekend, January 4th, we're hoping to have on Friday Joshua Butcher from the Baltimore Watchmen
Oh shit.
to be on the show. He was the player that we highlighted. They were playing the U, and he got the interception, and not only got the interception, but ran over Moon, the quarterback, there on the sideline. Like, if you haven't seen it, go to our TikTok or our YouTube and stuff like that. It's there. Joshua Butcher again. Hopefully, we will have him on the show on Friday.
We can't wait to see you on Friday.
And then maybe if I can, I want to see if I can maybe get a couple of more players, because it would be nice to get the players'
Yeah.
perspective going into the playoffs.
Squad up in this motherfucker. Had a whole team in that bitch. Just
Yeah,
push the camera out. Had a whole team. Y'all could be in that bitch like Lil Durk when he was at $1 million worth of game. He was at the whole squad of that motherfucker. Yo, you got a whole that bitch. You got your cousin, that motherfucker. Everybody come. We want all the energy. We want the energy on Friday show, Mr. Butcher. Goddamn.
as I say, because it's just it's gonna be a historical playoff, a historical championship. It's new things for the A7FL, so it's been really cool to kind of be a part of that. The latest of the top 5 plays of the week for week 7, the final week of the season, is now up. So the next top 5 installments and stuff like that will be playoff edition installments, and then all culminating to the what we're calling the crown jewel, the A7FL championship over in Bullhead City, Arizona. Just an hour and a half or so outside of Las Vegas, where we will be doing a whole hell of a lot of filming and stuff like that to be able to get another installment added in to the Down the Line series that we have also on YouTube.
Son of a shit.
Uh-oh.
We just lost
What
in
happened?
extras against Seattle.
Say what?
We just lost in extras against Seattle, 1-0.
Fucking AK.
Yeah, I know. I got the alert when you was talking, and I just reacted. My bad. See, that's why I
So
muted.
yeah, we got all that stuff leading up to the championship game, July 23rd weekend. There's a lot actually going on that weekend, Friday and Saturday, leading into Sunday's championship game. So go check it out, a7fl.com. Go to a7fl.tv as well as the YouTube page, to go check out everything that's gone on so far this season and how it's going to be looking. We were just on the show with them in their latest installment, so that episode is now up. So go check out that conversation. And tomorrow, the A7FL on the 3-on-1 podcast live on YouTube and A7FL.tv. They've got some big breaking news coming this Thursday. I feel like I know what it is. I just don't know the details of who it is. Corey was on the last episode with us talking a little bit about that conversation that we had, as well as some of the news that's coming out of the A7FL. But that breaking news will come tomorrow live, so go check that out. Support the A7FL. Support them the way we've supported them. We've been loving every bit of what we've been doing with the league and that group of people. Love talking with them as much as we possibly can, so it's been really cool to work with them. So Friday again, hopefully Joshua Butcher from the Baltimore Watchman getting with us on Friday, and maybe a few more to get another or some more player perspective going into the playoffs this year. The NBA Finals start off tomorrow. There's actually one of my friends that I thought you were going to be covering USFL. I told him we saw a few games, and we have better shit to cover. I don't know if you've seen any of the games.
Hold on,
Okay.
what? Oh, what? Run! Whoa! I missed that last part. What? What? I was going to an area, so it was like bang, 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 bang. Better shit to cover. I'm like, oh.
The USFL has not been fun, to say the least.
All
Yeah,
right,
it just
so
we've
tell me again what you
we've had better, more interesting leagues to focus on this spring. XFL being one of them, and now currently the A7FL. USFL, I'm sorry, it's not on my radar right now. Of things
Hey,
of
hold on.
importance.
I will say this: dude did get 1,000 yards rushing for the first guy to get 1,000 yards rushing. I sent it to the group. I forgot the guy's name, but hey, they got one running back that hit 1,000.
See, what does that tell
2
you when
years.
you forget the guy's name who's the first guy to hit 1,000 yards?
Well, shit, I got so much shit I got to remember right now. I got so
Exactly. We
much
got more
events coming up.
important shit to worry about.
I ain't saying that. I'm just saying my thing pertains to like money and business and shit like that. So it's like, yeah, I don't remember the guy's name because I sent it real quick and I was driving. So I didn't really get to see his name. So I wouldn't do him like that. I don't want to disrespect buddy like that. You know what I mean? Even though you're joking. See, now that's your ass. That's your ass now. I told you to give you a fucking out.
Oh shit. Well, everybody, again, it's been fun. We appreciate the hell out of you guys hanging out, talking with us on this Wednesday. We'll see you guys again Friday. You guys already know, you see it right here at the bottom here. We're all of our social medias, All Pro JAFFOs, Facebook and YouTube, Tornado Bros Productions. Twitch is PBP_studios. Sorry for the loud music. I was yelling at that point. Sorry. Again, all the social medias, follow us. The TikTok right now is kind of blowing up, so go check that out. We appreciate the hell out of you guys. For myself, JP, for the 610 Beast from the Southeast, Mr. Country K, we will see you guys next time. Deuces.